Good morning, good evening, depending where you are. I'm Gabriel Abad Fernandez, and I have the privilege of being the head of the UWC Dilijan. First of all, let me thank the Future Studio for hosting this and all of our previous events. We truly appreciate it. I am delighted that we're here today, gathered to celebrate the start of the new academic year. The circumstances are extraordinary by any measure, but we have 205 students on campus who will start face-to-face lessons tomorrow morning. This is something for all of us, the UWC Dilijan community, to celebrate. I see our college as a true partnership of students, teachers, alumni, families, the wider UWC community, our supporters, and volunteers. This relationship is built on shared values and trust, and I think that that's what makes UWCs so powerful. I am very fortunate to have my career and my personal life both closely connected with the UWC movement. I met Natalie, my wife, in Singapore as we started together the UWC themed life. She's an Atlantic College alumna, and we both joined a UWC school at the same time. Our children have always lived in the UWC campus, and we all love being part of the UWCT community. I'm starting my third year in Dilijan, and I can tell you, nothing prepared me for the current set of circumstances. But this has also made me, and all of us, stronger and more determined to succeed in the face of adversity. I admire greatly our new cohort of students and staff and their families who are starting the journey with us.
Namaste, I'm Atiti Pratap and I'm from Nepal.
Susnai, my name is Nika and I'm from Cambodia.
Ni hao, my name is Alex and I'm from China.
Merhaba, I am Batul, I'm from Syria.
Привет, my name is Yeva. I'm from Russia.
Good day, my name is Elias and I'm from Denmark.
Kuzazangpo, my name is Dicho, I'm from Bhutan.
Merhaba, I'm Miriam from Palestine.
Hello, my name is Atatürk Falari, I'm from Nigeria.
Ni hao, I'm Joyce, I'm from Taiwan.
Hello, my name is Clarissa and I am from the United States.
My name is Isa and I'm from Ethiopia.
Bonjour, I'm Mathieu from France.
Hello, Isa. My name is Lag and I'm from Denmark.
Hola, I'm Jisang and I'm from Colombia.
Hey, San. My name's Linnea and I'm from Sweden and the United States.
Hi, my name is Surya. I was born in Cambodia and I'm from Australia.
Susnai, my name is Marilyn and I'm from Cambodia.
Mare, I am Karen. I am from Armenia.
Ekudede Iwoyo. I am Doyinsola Ogunshola and I am from Nigeria.
Bonjour. My name is Mika or Orly and I come from Belgium.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Kamila. I'm from Uzbekistan.
Hello, apa kabar? My name is Brianna and I'm from Indonesia.
Hi. My name is Alex. I'm from Russia.
Namaste. My name is Sukriti Karim and I'm from Nepal.
Konnichiwa. My name is Misako Tashi and I'm from Japan.
Goedemorgen allemaal. My name is Shinook and I'm from the Netherlands.
Bonjour. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ismail and I'm from Morocco.
Ahoyte. My name is Dorka and I'm from Slovakia.
Hello, my name is Daniel. I'm from the United States.
Привет усім. My name is Christina and I'm from Ukraine.
Hey, I'm Alex. I'm from Switzerland.
Привет. My name is Polina and I am from Russia.
My name is Martin and I am from Armenia.
Hello, hola. My name is Chantal and I'm from Germany, Angola, and Mali.
Привет. My name is Alex. I'm from Russia.
I'm Prokor and I'm from Belarus.
My name is Isis. I am from Peru.
My name is Justin and I'm from Barbados.
G'day, I'm Neela from Australia.
Hello, I'm Kevin. I'm from Madagascar.
My name is Zareen Mahdiat Ali. I'm from Bangladesh.
Konnichiwa. My name is Nana Ozaki and I'm from Japan.
Salam sejahtera. I'm Yap Chien Fang from Malaysia.
My name is Jung Hoon from South Korea.
Inside Milcom, I'm Melena from Malta.
Konnichiwa. I'm Naoto and I'm from Japan.
My name is Ed and I'm from Armenia.
And this is the word that means the most to me. there.
As a UWC college, we rely on national committees in 155 countries to help us select the best students, those you've seen. This year has been especially challenging for UWC national committees, and we're grateful to all national committees for the tremendous work in supporting the students and the college. They are the cornerstone of the UWC movement, and our partnership is crucial for administering a robust admissions process. Most national committee members are volunteers, and many include UWC alumni. I am delighted that we have a UWC National Committee representative here with us. Kaya Karam, who's been chairing the UWC Lebanon National Committee since 2013, is a good friend of our college. She is British Lebanese, grew up in Zimbabwe, and attended UWC SCA from 1983 to 1985. Kara, over to you.
Just a second. Right. Hello, everyone. I'm so honored to join you and join all of you students as you come to your new UWC home. For us at the NCs, all the colleges are our homes. But I have to say, in Lebanon, we have a soft spot for Dilijan, maybe because Dilijan opened its doors and we were still a very young national committee. So we grew together, we learned together. Geographically, we're close, we share parts of history. But it's also been pointed out to me that in Lebanon, our Dilijan students tend to be more proactive and take the lead and take the initiative and generate the excitement. And it's made me wonder if there's something magical in the air or in the water of Dilijan. Maybe that's something you can tell me later on. You know, when we as NCs get together, we refer to students as our kids. We say, how are your kids doing? Did they get home all right? Did you manage to transfer them? How are they doing? We know you're all grown up, but it's just because we care. And we know your college is your home, and it always will be, but we're rooting for you on the sidelines, and we know you're going to be great. Once we were just like you, and now we're here. We want to make sure that others have the same experiences as we did. And we hope that one day you will be like us and help to find the next generation of UWCers and prepare them for their UWC adventure. In fact, you can begin now by sharing with your NC your experiences and your images to inspire others to follow you. You are beginning UWC adventure in a time of uncertainty, but you have
I think we lost the connection with Kaya. So I'm going to thank Kaya, the Lebanese National Committee, and all other committees for everything they do for us. Now, on behalf of our class of 2020, who have experienced the extremes of this year as they were graduating, here we have Albert and Anyan to say a few words. Albert and his family are from Dilijan. He's an active community member who has been involved in different projects to have an impact locally. And this is what made him a suitable candidate for the scholarship supported by the leadership of Amiria Bank for students from Armenia. Albert, over to you.
Hey everyone, I'm Albert. This year I've graduated from UWC Dilijan, and now I study remotely at Trinity College. Well, it's very difficult for me to describe my UWC experience in a few minutes. When I first arrived on campus, I had a clear goal in my mind to have personal growth and use the potential of the college to make Dilijan a better place. Everything sounded good until I realized I needed to do the laundry myself. Back then, I realized the urgency to improve my time management skills. Coming from a monoethnic conservative country, the new environment full of different cultures and perspectives seemed extraordinary to me. In the beginning, I was trying to adapt to these new changes by seeking the familiar. The time was passing and the new environment was still extraordinary to me. But talking and living with different students, I've gradually realized that we all had one major feature in common, the willingness to have a positive impact on the world around us. With time, I realized that the diversity of college, in fact, has helped me to look at things from different perspectives and develop an open-minded value system. I learned how to think critically, how to evaluate different perspectives, and thus developed my own personal paradigm. UWC Dilijan has become a bridge between me and my ambitions. I've gained lots of confidence in having dealt with a very complex and dynamic situation at a very early stage of my life, and had very satisfying outcomes that will stay with me for the rest of my life. Now I have friends almost everywhere in this globalized world. In the end, I want to ask you to enjoy every single moment there and try to learn as much as it's possible.
Albert Jan, thank you very much. Snorkel tune. All the best to your studies at Trinity College. Please stay in touch.
Sure.
Now I would like to turn to the UWC Dilijan staff who've been exceptional during these very challenging times. They are responsible for making sure that students like Albert can develop their potential in full. Now, let me introduce Diniti Bandaranayake, our head of science. She's a marine biologist by education, and we're very lucky to have her in our midst. Diniti, over to you.
Thank you, Gabriel. So, as Gabriel said, I'm Diniti. I teach biology and ESS while acting as the head of sciences. I moved to UWC Dilijan in 2016. So this is going to be my 5th year. So I'm in Dilijan with my family. I have 2 kids who loves this small town. I should say, compared to the other 4 years, this year is an extraordinary year for all of us. I think everything started in March. Our lives collapsed and locked down the school, locked down the country. We had to move students as much as possible out of Armenia. And then meanwhile, we had to continue our education. So we had online lessons till May. However, by the end of May, some of our staff members and some of our students remained, and then we had to move on with our lives. So June was actually a busy month, I should say. Very few students remained, and then a few staff members, and we had a lot of cooking going on, football, almost everyday badminton. So we had to find things to make our lives comfortable. But when it comes to July, the life on campus became, I should say, dead. It was a deadly campus without students, and only 3 families of staff members remained on campus. And I will not complain. Of course, Dilijan is a nice place to spend a summer. It's green, lovely, fruits that, of course, we never get to experience in summer. And of course, rain, storms, everything. But we all felt the emptiness, and we all were looking forward to August to see the students and to welcome them. And of course, with all the uncertainties, we managed to bring students. And I should say, the happiest day of my life this year was seeing the first group of students in the cafeteria. That was like, compared to everything happened this year, that's the best experience, I should say. I was like, all right, it's happening. And then slowly, students started to move, and then lots of quarantine, bubbles, with all the dramas. And then we started getting, I live in the mountainside where the green zone is. And then we started moving students from orange zone to green zone. And I started feeling the noise, the laugh, music, everything, doors, banging the doors, moving up and down. And I felt, right, the life is not bad. It's moving. And then, of course, then second years welcomed their first years as much as possible they can, while maintaining all the standards. And then we slowly started our academic program. Last week was the first week for the first years to have online lessons. I should say I felt a little bit sad not to meet them personally. And I'm looking forward to meet most of them tomorrow, because sometimes yesterday I realized I randomly asked a name of a student and then realized, oh, right, he's in my class and I haven't met him. So we all are looking forward to that experience, I should say. And when it comes to this year, I think this year, all of our hopes is going to be having the normal life back. We've had more than enough things for now. So I hope we will have our normal academic program running, students having their normal life, because UWC without engaging with the community in Dilijan, without knowing Armenia, the people, the UWC experience in Dilijan, UWC Dilijan is not complete. So we hope we can move to the community, we can meet people, we can communicate with them, and then have our normal life. So with this, I'm going to move on to a small video. Now, this is a product of our second years. This is how they try to welcome their first years. Actually, normally this is not a small thing like this. This is a huge celebration, a huge gathering, like flags, hugs, screams. But unfortunately, we had to strict onto the standards. And second years have tried their best to welcome their first years, to make them feel homely. And then I have seen second years have tried their best to support the first years to settle down, and it's lovely to see.
So now we have only 21 students to welcome to our campus. These are amazing second year students. One of them, Anna, whom you may have noticed had the highest number of flags of all the students in the video you just watched, comes from Spain, Germany, the USA. We asked her parents, Montserrat García Closas and Geraldine Settelmeyer, to give us their perspective as part of the UWC Dilijan family. Over to you.
Hello, can you hear me now? Yeah, Okay, well, thank you, Gabrielle, for letting us participate in this welcoming. And we are now here in DC after having flown back from Spain, so we managed to get here safely. These are clearly very challenging times for everyone, particularly I think for the school and for the students. The first years are coming to a completely different environment than what they're used to, and the second years also are coming back to a place where they see clear differences from what they experienced the year before, and particularly some with the traumatic event of having to be evacuated and having suddenly end their course. But nevertheless, I think the enthusiasm in which the kids have taken the challenge to go back to Dilijan and knowing the difficulties that will be involved, I think speaks to the success of the school as a community. And so we are living in a pandemic. It will be like that for certainly in the next months. And this is all about risk management. And as a parent and also as an epidemiologist, I have to say I've been really impressed by the way the school has been dealing with all the precautions, safety precautions to minimize the risk. This is particularly challenging as the quarantining and social distancing is certainly not what our children are looking for. And certainly most 18 to 20-year-olds, that's really not what comes more naturally from them. So I think that makes it really challenging for themselves, but also for the school and the staff trying to keep them safe. So I think that the patience and the perseverance that the students and the staff have, whether it's the trouble of going through the traveling, all the documents, everything that has to be done, that's in addition to the normal traveling challenges. The quarantining and balancing the school and the mental health is something that I'm very impressed, and I think must be recognized how extraordinary that is. I would also like to take an opportunity to thank you, Gabrielle, as well as Madhu, the TUM parents, the teachers, the rest of the staff for all the efforts that you are making to teach our children during those times, keep them safe and motivated. You all took a very large, enormous responsibility to make the best of the UWC experience during these times, and we are really grateful as parents for that. I would like to also thank you for the school for keeping us parents informed. I have to admit that my heart rate really goes up every time I see an email coming from the school. But I'm always relieved to see that we are getting information both on the good things and sometimes not so good when it's necessary. And and the emails are always very reassuring. During this time, the discussion, the communication, and being on the same page is really critical, and that's the way we can power through. So we really appreciate that as well. And then finally, we're also very grateful to the students who are supporting each other through these times and are coming back to school and taking the challenge of the IB, and for the second years to start applying for schools. It's really challenging, and I think the support and the community that they are building together is really impressive. So I want to finish by wishing everyone the best of the year that we could have during these circumstances, and I'm hoping we can visit Dilijan and meet many of you and many of the other parents in person in the spring, summer. Thank you.
Maybe just one thought to add on my side. A key idea of Kodhan's pedagogy, which underlies the UWC's, is the idea of a school state. So basically a community in which students in particular take societal responsibilities, not just community service responsibilities outside the school, but responsibilities for the organization of the school itself. And I remember my mother, who was a student in Salem during World War II, when Salem was this little island of liberalism in Germany in a very, very hostile political environment, telling me how that environment where the school was really completely dependent on itself really fostered, the experience of the school state and made it just an unbelievable experience. that was the big irony of attending Salem in the Nazi period. That was an incredibly intensified version of Kurt Hahn's vision, who had at this point left Germany. And so I want to sort of put it to you that this is the upside of the situation you're living in, right? You are in a somewhat analogous environment, right? A very difficult external environment in which the school is completely dependent, or largely dependent on itself. Each student's and staff member's role in the community is magnified by the responsibility of this environment, but it is precisely that environment that really enables the idea of the school state that was so important for Hahn to come out and live its best. So see it as an opportunity too, right? You will never live it in this intensity again. But also for worse. So make the best of it.
Gracias, Montserrat. Vielen Dank, Jeronim. For those of you who don't know, Kurt Hahn was the founder of different educational initiatives. Salem School was one of them, UWC was another one, and you can see the Kurt Hahn DNA in what Jeronim was saying. Our college is an independent, non-profit organization governed by an all-volunteer board. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Anna Afeyan, a member of our board of governors who will say a few words. Anna and her husband Nubar are one of the families who've been part of the UWC Dilijan story from the very beginning. They are founding patrons, board members, and they represent internationalism. Anna is Swedish, Nubar is American Armenian, and the 4 children represent all 3 different cultures. Anna, over to you.
Thank you. Hey, so I'm from Sweden, but I'm talking to you this lovely fall morning from Boston, Massachusetts, USA. And as Gabrielle mentioned, I'm here to say welcome from the Board of Trustees. As a former science teacher, I clearly remember those first weeks of school, getting to know my students, a little anxiety about how all the pieces would fit. But ultimately, we knew that if we worked together as a team, as a community, everyone, students, parents, teachers, other staff, it would all work out. And it's so wonderful to see that so many students and teachers made it back to Dilijan. Because I have to tell you, the board met many, many times during the spring and summer to try to figure out whether it was safe enough, whether it was feasible to open the school during a pandemic. And I'm very glad that that was the conclusion we came to at the end, seeing how everyone worked to make this happen. And we have to thank, just like the parents did and others did, the leadership of the school, the staff, the teachers, everyone who worked so hard to make it possible to start another wonderful year of UWCD. 2020 will certainly be a year that we all remember. Many of us have lost loved ones. We have had to slow down and change our work habits to adapt to this new normal of COVID-19. I think we have learned to better appreciate the small victories in life. I think Denidi talked about that. We have learned to appreciate when something actually works out in our smaller environment. We have learned to appreciate the people we care for, the people close to us, what's really important. I am sure all the students have wonderful ideas about how to change the world. As always, when UWC students get together, you always hear these unbelievable visions for the future. And I would say, just like the parents of UWCD students said, this is a time when there's really need for new thinking, for young people to see how they want the world to be, how they want education to look. It's an opportunity. Students, I am really looking forward to meeting you all soon. And until then, please stay safe and appreciate every day you have with your friends and teachers in Dilijan. Thank you to all.
Thank you, Anna. By the way, Hannah's husband, Nubar, is the co-founder of Moderna, a Boston-based company that is at the forefront of finding solutions to COVID-19. Let us hope that his tremendous efforts will be a success and will all be much safer soon. Can I also take a moment to thank all of you, other panelists, all of you families, parents, students, friends, National Committee volunteers who've connected. It is essential that we keep the communication going and the channel open. In conclusion, let me thank you all for joining us. I think that the UWC spirit is evident even in this online format. I am confident that with the support of the parents, our dedicated board, and the wider UWC family, we, the UWC Dilijan students and staff, will have another outstanding year, and we will come over the challenges together, onwards and upwards. Thank you.